story is about these two brothers, Sam and Dean Winchester, who fight all sorts of evil things, from ghosts to demons, and a whole bunch of other stuff like witches. And one of the characters who I really don't like is this guy named Crowley. This guy is a creep.
My soul did a stint in hell where it became demonized. Then I had to possess another person so I could traffic with the living. Any of this sticking?
I can't be consorting with a demon.
Not just any demon. I'm the king of hell.
And at one point, he's got this mother who's a witch, and she's kind of a brat. She's like, "Oh, you're a king, act like a king, blah, blah, blah." And she's really annoying. I can't stand her. She's irritating. And at one point, Crowley is like a total mama's boy. "Oh, I just want to please mama. I want to do what she..." No, Crowley just is lame. It's totally lame. I mean, it's bad enough he's a terrible character, but a mama's boy, he's the king of, you know, the opposite of heaven. And there's this other guy, but his name is Metatron. And at first he was like an angel or whatever, and then he had his grace stolen by Castiel. Then he becomes human, but he's still dangerous. Made very apparent by this one scene where he actually is able to trap Castiel with his blood spell. There's this character named Kevin, and he was supposed to translate these tablets. They're like a demon tablet, an angel tablet, maybe some other tablet. I don't remember how they were. But then he died, and then he came back as a ghost. And he had this really creepy reunion with his mom. It was supposed to be touching, but it was absolutely disturbing instead. And Bobby, one of my favorite characters, he died, became a ghost, ended up in heaven, and made a cameo in one of the later seasons, season 9, I believe. One of my favorite characters. And then Castiel, poor Cass, I mean, he's been through so much. I mean, yeah, I just kind of feel sorry for him. It's kind of hard to explain his story because he's a complicated character. And Sam, he's, like I said, he's Dean's brother. Dean, sometimes is a nice guy, but sometimes he's a total jerk. And he's got something called the Mark of Cain, received by one of the antagonists called Cain. And basically it turns him into a demon, but then somehow he doesn't have it anymore? Somehow he's not a demon anymore, and I can't explain why exactly. That's kind of hard to explain. But he still has the mark, and occasionally it makes him act up, and he goes into this homicidal rage and starts killing people. But it's not really his fault, it's the mark. It's a curse, which actually keeps him from dying easily. I kind of found out on a recent episode. Ooh. So, yeah. And Cain comes back. Killing him absolutely does nothing. Dean still has the mark. They found this book. Dean absolutely did not want to use the thing because he's connected to it somehow because of the mark of Cain. He's like, "Oh, burn the book, burn the book." But Sam is determined to use the book to cure him of the mark. So he keeps the book, completely deceiving his brother. And in this ridiculous plot twist, Sam turns to Crowley's mom.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, "Can you help me get this mark off of Dean?" And she's like, "Okay." I'm like, "What?"
Just like that.
Okay, that is one of the worst plot twists I've ever seen. And then it's like preview for the next episode. Apparently, the witch wants Sam to help her kill Crowley, who's basically her son. But the reason for that is that Crowley gets really mad at her. It's like, "I want you to leave. Get out. I'm kicking you out." But, yeah, she had to come in because she was deceiving him. She was deceiving Crowley the entire time. Not that it matters. I don't like Crowley anyway, but yeah, that's definitely a reason to kick her out. She was only interested in it because he was the king of the, let's just call it the underworld. Yeah, so it's a pretty interesting show. Although, like Arrow, it's totally not perfect. It just has its problems. Since it is one of my all-time favorite shows, I'd probably have to give it maybe a 9.